everybody, my name is Caleb, and I am the Let's Play Coordinator at Gaming Wildlife. I'm here to talk to you today about a little game I like to call Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I know, terrifying, isn't it? It's actually a pretty good game in my opinion. Y'all like playing with Legos, right? You do? I do. Well, I used to anyways. One of the biggest things I like about Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is it is an awful lot like playing Legos, and the fact that it's very creative. You can get a bunch of different pieces that you've unlocked from various locations, put them together in a plane or a car or some weird death machine that spins around and destroys blocks everywhere. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. You have a lot of creative input into it, I guess. I don't see why that's a bad thing just because it has Banjo Kazooie slapped onto it. In fact, I kind of feel like that helps to sell the game a little bit more. Because in addition to having all this creative whatever, instead of just playing Minecraft, you've got this game that has a goal. Well, it's basically just like Banjo Kazooie. You have each individual task or mission set before you, but this time, instead of using your moves that you unlock, you put cars together. The idea is still the same, and I feel like it's kind of unfair to give it all the slack just because it's not the game that we wanted. Yeah, I do want Banjo 3E. At this point in time, I don't think Rare even wants to give us that. So one thing I think would probably help ease the fan base's mind about Nuts and Bolts is trying to consider it a spin-off instead of a regular part of the series. At least at that point, you get a different idea or a better idea that things are going to be a little bit different, although you probably can still expect some of the same things you've come to love about a series. It has a pretty good game feel overall. Like, the controls aren't bad. It's not really a glitchy game, although there is a very interesting glitch that you can exploit to get parts early, but that doesn't really hinder the game experience. Actually kind of helps it. It looks pretty, at least in my opinion. You know, it's not an ugly console game. It's still got the same wit and humor that any other Banjo-Kazooie game has. It does kind of rag on the old series staples a little bit, but you know, who cares? It's just a thing. Like, it's easy to walk past and not say anything about it, and then just keep playing the game and enjoying the game for what it is, and not so much what you wanted it to be. If it had garnered a little bit more support, you know, and even at the end of the game, sorry to go off on another topic, but they did say kind of like, this was an experiment, here's all your moves back, see you in the next game maybe. If it had received a little more positivity, maybe at that point, we would be getting Banjo 3E or whatever they come up with next. Ukulele is the thing that's happening instead of a new Banjo game. Ukulele on the rise, that could be something that points out to Rare where it says, hey, you know, we want more Banjo-Kazooie, and this is what we've grown accustomed to, so why can't we have that? One thing I find fascinating is that JonTron did an episode about this thing and literally said that it was a good game. It just should have probably used a new, like, character. Should have started a new franchise even. Which I guess would have been fine, but I still feel like having, you know, all of these familiar characters to come back to makes it, you know, that much easier to sell. And I don't find that to be a bad thing. Why wouldn't you want to play this new game and then see all of these familiar faces having all this witty banter back and forth like they always do? Basically, all I'm trying to say is I feel like this game has been poorly judged for the wrong reasons, and if everybody would actually give it a chance, you might actually find that it's worth your time. Also that it's like $7, so, you know, it's dirt cheap. So, anyways, this has been Caleb with Gaming Wildlife. I don't know why I did that.